With my conversation with a lot of men, one of the things that has become clear is that we all have one thing that we really are going after. You know what this one thing is? Peace. We want peace. And it's hard to have peace when you are emotionally constipated. Now, what is emotional constipation? Is when you cannot process all those emotions that you have. As men, we're really good at releasing and processing anger, right? We're gonna go and lift weight, we're gonna go and yell, we're gonna punch something or someone. But all the other emotions, oh man, we suck at it, right? We don't want to stay in it. But the challenge with that is that because we don't process them, they're just clogged. Boom, boom, right? And eventually, we're just emotionally constipated. And you cannot have peace if you are emotionally constipated. It just does not happen. So that's why the first job is emotional processing, releasing those emotions. So here's a quick framework you can use, right? 1 is release, 2 is reframe, 3 is relate, 4 is reveal. 1 is a release. You got to be able to release that emotion. You have to stay there long enough to be able to release it. 2, you have to reframe the story, right? There's a trigger that creates this emotion that you have, right? And once you understand that you got a trigger, there's an emotion that happened, there's a story that you have. Now you have the original story. Then you need to look at the other angle, which is what is the me story. Then the other angle, what is the opposite story of the original. And for each one of them, seeing like, would this story help me get what I want? Would this story help me get what I want? Would this story help me get what I want? Then, if it's no, then let's look at the desired story. What is the desired story you want? Because remember, you control your focus and the meaning of the story. Somebody else can try to tell you the meaning of something, but at the end of the day, you control it. So therefore, you can say, this is the desired story that I want, that helps me achieve this that I want. So once we've done this and we reframe the story, first allow us to see all the different angles. Because in every story, there's a lot of different angles, right? Then the third one is to be able to relate it. Things are always connected, always. Business connect, like when you're an entrepreneur, right? Or even when you work a 9-to-5 job, business production is oftentimes connected to some of the stuff in your personal life. If your personal life doesn't go well, it's hard to be a producer, right? Body is also connected. If you're in pain, it's hard to be kind to people. It's hard to produce. It's hard to think about, what does God want me to do? It's hard, right? If you're in pain, it's hard. Then also, if you have no purpose, it's hard to be happy because you feel like you just purposeless. Cog in a machine, just doing this. Don't know why I'm doing it, but I got to pay the bills, so I'm doing it. Like, it's all connected. So once we reframe the story, now we relate it to the different aspects, of our life. I like to say body, being, balance, and business. Core 4, right? Then finally, the last one is reveal. What is the revelation in connection to those different domains of our life? And doing this allows you to release. Now, you're going to have to do this for a lot of stories that you have, right? One of the things that I love, and I got it from a friend of mine, was to be able to do a list of the people that you hold resentment to. Make a list. And then go and apologize for holding resentment for each one of those. Now, when you do that exercise, what it does is it opens up drawers of emotions that you haven't dealt with, right? I remember holding resentment for someone that was speaking on stage, right? He wasn't a professional speaker or anything. He was just an entrepreneur that was speaking on stage. And somehow I was looking at him And I felt like I could do what he's doing, right? And I felt like I can do it better. And because I felt like I could do it better, I felt like he was out hustling me, and it just pissed me off. And so I held resentment towards him. And I held it for years until eventually I went and I shared, and I sent him a message and I'm like, hey man, I just wanted to apologize. I just wanted to apologize because I held resentment towards you. Because I saw you on stage speaking, doing your thing, and I felt like it should have been me. And so I held resentment. And I'm sorry. I apologize. Like, you didn't deserve any of that. And he received it. He said thank you. And he was like, man, I would love to chat some more. I released it. I released the hold that I had on that resentment, but also indirectly gifted him that moment, right? And that allowed me to open up new opportunities for me, because the more you can release, some of those resentments, some of those drawers that had full of emotion, right? Like anger, jealousy, guilt, shame, whatever those are, and you can fully process them, right? Release, reframe, release, reframe, relate, and then get the revelation, and you can keep on doing this, then you can be free. And then you can move to the next step, which is the being seen. So I hope it helps. I hope you can try and do that exercise of make a list of all the people that you hold resentment towards and reach out and apologize. And then for each one of those drawers that you open with all of those emotions that you haven't dealt with, deal with it. And I promise you it's going to be challenging, but it's going to be the transformation that you need. You ready? 3, 2, 1, off you go.